Well, good morning, everyone. Thank you for coming out. This is a great day, a long time coming. I think it's only proper that we get things started out in the proper fashion. Chaplain Milton Smith, would you come up and do an invocation, please?
God, I ask that we would bow our heads as we go to the Lord in prayer. Heavenly Father, we come to give thanks today and to dedicate this firehouse. We thank you for the vision that you have given for this to be built, and we thank you for bringing it to reality. We ask that you would bless this Fire Station 71, that this place where men and women will report for duty to help save lives of others and to protect the citizens and property of Tarpon Springs. That God, you would serve as their source of protection as they carry out their duties. Keep them safe as they risk their lives to save others. We pray for the leadership of the city, of this fire department, fire chief, and command staff, that they may provide guidance as needed to the brave firefighters, EMTs, paramedics. Lastly, we thank you for this gathering as we have come here today to witness this dedication and great grand opening. It's in your Son's name we pray and ask all of these blessings. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, Chaplain Smith. Now, if everyone would please rise for the presentation of the colors of our nation. Thank you. Be seated. This time I'd like to acknowledge and welcome some of our dignitaries, starting with our Mayor Chris Alahousas, former Mayor David Archie, Vice Mayor, I got you right there, David Banther, Commissioner Ray Siebert, and I think Commissioner Carr. Are you around here somewhere? Jacob Carr, newest commissioner, welcome. Also, I do have to make sure we do recognize and thank former Commissioner Jeff Larson, as well as Townsend Tarpon, as they were all part of the beginning of this. Current City Manager Mark Licouris. Thank you, sir. From Pinellas County, we have the Director of Fire and Emergency Services, Craig Hare. Craig, thank you so much. Also, we have the Director of Public Safety from Pinellas County, Jim Fogarty. Thank you. From the State Fire Marshal's Office, we have the Director of State Fire Marshal, Julius Hallis. And from the State Fire Marshal's Office, the Assistant Director of the State Fire Marshal, Melvin Stone. Also with us today, we do have, I saw former Commissioner Vice Mayor Jim Archer. Thank you, sir. Do we have any other former? Okay. Anyone else who used to have a title, thank you so much for being here. Also, I'd like to thank some of my old friends for coming back. Retired DCs, John Morani, Rick Letts, thank you. Retired Lieutenant Cindy Parker, or Harodnik, she's here somewhere. And if you're here, you're retired, and I don't recognize you, it's because I'm as old as you are. So thank you guys, and thanks for your support and coming out. I really appreciate that. Okay, what I'd like to do is we're going to have a few people make some comments, and then we're going to do a traditional uncoupling, which is a very nice tradition to actually open the fire station. So starting out with the comments, if we can have our Mayor Chris Alahousas come forward, please.
Invited us.
Well, good morning, guys.
Morning.
It is a pleasure to be here today. It is so nice to see Chief Butcher to be so smiling. I know Butcher for many, many years. He actually worked for GTE before he became a fireman, but I never seen him smiling as much as he does today. I wonder why. But it's my pleasure to welcome all of you to this special event to celebrate the opening of our new fire station number 71. I also like to acknowledge Mr. Push that is here with us today from Congressman Billy Rakis' office. Welcome. After many years of planning, designing, negotiating, and discussing, we finally built our new fire station number 71. This is a needed fire station to serve the citizens of the north side of Anclo River. That means quicker response to emergencies, better coverage, and it's benefit to all of us. Is this mine? What a timing, huh? This welcome addition to our first responders' capacity and capability, it was funded by Penny for Pinellas, a great project, a great program that is given the ability to complete here in Tarpon Springs. And I'm hoping that the people of Pinellas County will approve, again, the Penny for Pinellas so we can do more projects just like this one here that we have today. I'd like to thank everyone involved for bringing this fire station to active operation. I'd like to thank the elected officials that worked on that. I'd like to thank our staff under the leadership of our city manager, Mr. Licouris. But especially I want to thank the public and the visitors who finance this property and this beautiful fire station. We're proud to be able to provide such a special project, this historic fire station here in Tarpon Springs. And again, I want to thank you all for being here today. and to be part of this great event. Thank you for being here.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Representing Pinellas County for their part in all this is the newest member of the Pinellas County, and a welcome friend who used to be Clearwater, with Clearwater Fire Department for 20-some years, I believe. Jim Fogarty, the current Director of Public Safety for Pinellas County.
Thanks very much, and I wanted to thank Craig for allowing me to speak, because I'm new to the area, but I'm old to the area. I spent the last 10 years in Seattle, Washington, managing a system out there, and when I started this position some 3 weeks ago, they told me that there's some new fire stations, and we'd love to have you attend the groundbreaking. I said, wow, a lot has changed since I've left 10 years ago. But I also appreciate, it's really a great day to be a resident of Tarpon Springs, to see this fire station here. So I wanted to be brief sitting out there. I know how hot it is. And I know the last thing in the world you want to hear is the words that I have to say. So it's not about me. It's not even about the fire chief. Really, it's about the firefighters and the citizens of Tarpon Springs in this great new facility that you have here today. So I'll be brief, and I want to make just 3 points. I want to recognize all the work that went into building this station. I want to acknowledge some of the do more as partners, and I also wanted to pray for the safety of the folks. So I'll be brief. Let me talk a little bit about the thank yous. You have no idea how much it takes to build a fire station. This probably has been on the drawing board for years, if not decades. I know the thousands of meetings and the zoning and the planning and the financing meetings that everybody has been through. I've been on both sides of the table, so I really want to thank all the efforts that have gone into what you see here today as a beautiful, well-built industrial building that will withstand decades of use and still represent the community as you want it to be. Great looking fire station. I'd love to see the inside. I'm anxious to see that. So thank you for all the unnamed folks and all of the countless meetings that you've been through over the years to make this happen. I also want to recognize the partnerships. You know, years ago, when I entered the fire service, it was in the 70s, and everybody sort of did their own thing. It was so you had to. You had to build your own buildings, and you had to try to find a way to finance it. And somewhere along the way, years ago, we discovered how much more efficient it is to do it as partners, to share and capitalize on each other's strengths. And today, we have city and county partnerships like I've never seen anywhere else. We've got dispatch and radios and computers that are state-of-the-art that none of us could afford ourselves, but collectively we can all afford together. You've got paramedics throughout the county that all other communities would be extremely jealous of with the type of response profile that we have here in our community. So fully appreciate how effective and efficient we work as partners and together, and whether that's the city-county state, city-county federal partnerships, and most importantly, the citizenry. There was a mention of the penny for Pinellas. Those partners are an intricate part of what makes stations like this possible, and I look forward to being part of that. I'm lucky I get to speak. I didn't have much to do with the actual creation of this because they've been gone for the last 10 years. But I'm really looking forward to the next 10 years in making these types of partnerships very effective. And then finally, I wanted to sincerely offer a prayer of safety. You know, for the next few decades, men and women, firefighters of every sort, will be coming in and out of this station reporting for duty. And so I pray that each and every day, this is a dangerous business that we're in. You have physical danger, you have psychological danger, you have health care issues that develop over time. And so I pray for the safety that as the individuals report to the station for duty, every hour of every day, they work safely and they can return safely home to their families, spend many years in this great business that we're in, and then retire to a long and successful retirement career. Thank you very much for allowing me to speak, and very good job.
Thank you, sir. We've heard from the city, county. Now it's time to hear from the state. Please welcome the Director of the State Fire Marshal, Julius Hallis.
Good morning.
Mayor, Vice Mayor, Commissioners, and ladies and gentlemen, and especially our firefighters and law enforcement. Great job today, Honor Guard. I get the privilege of working for our Chief Financial Officer and State Fire Marshal Jeff Atwater. And as the Director of the Division of State Fire Marshal for the last 8 years, I've had the privilege of serving the Fire Service of Florida. So it's my honor to attend a lot of the cabinet affairs, and so I'd like to congratulate Tarpon Springs, the leadership, the commission, the mayor, and certainly the firefighters and Chief Butcher on a beautiful station. I did get a tour, and you're going to enjoy it. It's great. And I was looking at all the safety features, and thank goodness they're there, but I wouldn't expect anything less because there's a lot of requirements to build a station today. You're going to see hoses and different things hanging down. Gee, I don't have those in my garage, but there's a lot of things to protect the firefighters from the fumes and all the different hazards and everything. And there's a tremendous amount of attention to detail in this station. And Mayor, I was looking back with Chief Butcher that the city here in Tarpon Springs was incorporated in 1887. And then I asked, well, when did the fire department start? Well, the volunteer fire department started in 1895. But the first fire station was built in 1915. And about 2 years ago, this one broke ground in 2015, 100 years after the first fire station was built. What a real tribute. And 2 years of fine work, and look what we have today. So I'm really just thrilled to be here. I also want to commend Chief Butcher for a number of things. Number one, excellent station with he and his team and the chief officers I got to meet. You guys did a fine job, and believe me, I've been on that end helping build some stations when I was fire chief in Sarasota and coming up through the ranks, and it is a lot of work. But I also want to commend the city and the chief and the mayor on what this will do for your insurance services office grading schedule, your municipal grading schedule. This is not just a replacement of an old station, this is a new station added to deliver additional resources and faster response times to areas of the community, which will certainly result in additional credit from the ISO, which then can also be a reduction in cost to your citizens' fire insurance premium. So great job on that aspect too. And finally, Chief Butcher has not only served the Florida Fire Marshals and Inspectors Association, moving up through their chairs, and he's the immediate past president. He's also helping the Florida Fire Chiefs Association on their legislative work and committees. And we asked him over a year ago to serve as the chairman of the Joint Council of Fire Service Organizations, which involves the Florida Professional Firefighters, the Florida Fire Marshals, Florida Fire Chiefs, and all the constituency groups. And since 1974, my 42 and a half years, it's a real honor to be involved in the Joint Council. It's the real leaders in the state. So Chief Butcher has served as chairman, done an excellent job, and I'm still a member of Local 2546 today. And so we have to work together. The professional firefighters, the fire marshals, the fire chiefs, all have to work together for a common vision to have outcomes like this. So congratulations, awesome job. Thank you very much. And also greetings on behalf of the governor and Commissioner Putnam, Attorney General Bondi, and certainly CFO Atwater on a fine job. Congratulations.
Thanks, Director. I'll have that cash for you shortly. I think it's about time we hear from the people that are really going to be in here day and night, spending 24 hours on shift. So we have a representative from the labor, Mike Stone.
What a day. Absolutely. There's been a lot of things going out, and I'd like to thank all the commissioners, the mayor, the city manager, our chief, and all of our chief officers of making a beautiful station that we're proud to have. I wrote down a little bit of things that I'd like to say, and it's a little something from the heart from all of us, the brothers and sisters. I'm not the best speaker. I'm gonna do my best here and hopefully I can get through it, all right? As one of the proud brothers and sisters that will serve our community from this firehouse, we would like to thank all of those who put so much effort into making Station 71 a beautiful reminder of our commitment to the city of Tarpon Springs and to our citizens. We as firefighters spend more than a third of our lives here in the station. We do not look at this job as just a regular job. It's a calling. We will work, eat, sleep, and even argue like a family in the house. We will spend holidays, birthdays, and even some of our worst days here in the house. We clean, we vacuum like a family. We take care of the house as if it was our own. The firehouse is always and will be more than a place just to park the fire trucks. We as brothers and sisters of the Tarpon Springs Fire family will make this firehouse a home. Thank you so much, and we'd love to welcome you to our new home.
Nice job, Mike. Nice job, nice job. You know, this dream of ours came about, and it started, like Director said, decades ago. I know that Letts and Morani and Cindy back there, we all kind of, we were worried and scared that if we had a call north of the river, you know, those poor people, and they need us. And how are we going to get there? And then when Big Mama, during the no-name storm, I don't know if you remember, Big Mama went under the bridge, took out the bridge, the Alter 19 bridge. So for months to get here, we would have to go from Lemon Street all the way up and around 19, come back down Beckett Way or somewhere, work our way down here. So response times, like the director said, went from 20 minutes, 30 minutes, to hopefully meeting our 7.5 minute, right, Craig? So this is a dream that has come true thanks to so many people. If you look on the program, you'll see there's a project team, a list of folks, and everybody on that list spent hours and hours. And I'm not going to talk for hours and hours because some of you guys are in the sun, but I do want to point out some of the Vicky, where's Vicky Russo? Vicky, she's here somewhere. And Steve, those two guys, that guy and that gal were phenomenal. They worked hours on end to make sure that our contractors and even us stayed on task. And this, you guys, thank you so much, the both of you, for the time that you spent working on this project for the fire department. My staff, my senior staff up here, you want to talk about, I got your back? These guys got my back, and they got everybody's back. This is the strongest senior staff. There's 5 of them up here with me. I put these 5 up against any 20 you can show me. This is the best senior staff in the service. And with that, it's even better to look over there and see our uniformed personnel. You know, every fire chief should brag about their people. But I think I'm the only one fire chief that can back it up, because I have the best firefighters anywhere you'll ever find. This building, 8,300 square feet, is the result of a vision, cooperation, and partnership. The vision to recognize that we not only need it today, but we're going to build it for tomorrow. This building, you look at it now and you say, well, you're only going to run the 1 unit out of there. Today, it's true. But tomorrow, next year, 10 years from now, when this area just blows up with business and housing, we're going to need to add more units in here. So our leadership, city manager and the mayors, and they stepped up and they said, okay, let's build it for 50 years from now. So in 25 years, we're not going to be coming back saying, we need more money because we got to renovate the building. Not here, folks. This building is built for that 50 years. The cooperation it took, as the director said, or Jim Fogarty was talking about, cooperation between all of the agencies, not just Pinellas County and us and the city, which is phenomenal, by the way. I don't know if you guys realize the pipeline of communications that we have with Pinellas County. They are not only partners, they are brothers. And for that, we thank you guys. And without their support, we wouldn't be here. But when you talk about cooperation, we talk about within our own city, all of the departments to help put this together. Police, Chief Cochin, thank you so much for all your help and for lending us your honor guard and having them help work with our honor guard. All the departments within the city work together cohesively. It was so heartwarming to see how well all these different groups of people with a different interest came together and had this as a result. The folks over at the RO plant allowed us to park our engine in their property during the entire time of construction. Without that, it would have been a mess. So Ray Page and Bob Robertson, thank you guys for letting us use your driveway as our parking lot for a while. And it just goes on to say about the partnership and the cooperation. And this is a group effort, and it's not just a fire group effort or a police or public safety. This is all of us. And we're all here for the same goal. We're all here to protect and serve, whether it be through law enforcement, fire rescue, and out there every day with the rest of the things that the city workers do. And don't let it kid you. City workers work hard, whether they're wearing a uniform or not. A pair of jeans or shorts, they're out there busting it. And for that, I thank all of the city workers, not just the uniform city workers, but all of them. All right, shut up, Chief. Let's get this on the road. Everybody's ready to get some food. One of the fire department is, as they say, 200 years of tradition, unimpeded by progress, which is kind of true, but we are finally getting progressive. But one of the things that is traditional is when you open a new station, you uncouple a fire hose to signify the station is in service. So right now, Mayor Alahusas and I are going to uncouple. If I could get Mike and Director or Assistant Director, let's see, the Mayor, I just want to make sure everybody's represented. Law enforcement, Chief Cochin, would you send up a representative or yourself or somebody? And we need a retiree. Lieutenant Parker, where are you? Or Horodnik, where'd she go? Cindy, come on. Cindy's represent. Retired Lieutenant Parker, who I just got to stand up so everybody can look at her, was the first female fire officer in Pinellas County. She was promoted to lieutenant a long time ago, and she earned every bit of it. Cindy, come on up. And Vicky or Steve, rock, paper, scissors, one of you guys come on up. They're pointing at each other. Vicky, come on up. Okay. Hey, Chief. I'd like to also, while I'm looking around, we have representative from Wanamaker Jensen, Jeff in the back. He helped draw this building. We have a couple other of our local fire chiefs. I see Chief Parks. I know Chief Makuba from Palm Harbor and Dunedin are here. If I missed you again, it's because I'm old and I can't see. I'm blind. So, Mayor, if you're ready, let's. I'm sorry? Yeah, I know. Let's see. I just want to make sure we got everybody covered. City Manager, come on up. I promised I wasn't going to make him speak publicly, but I'm going to make everybody look at him. Director? Or, okay. One of you guys come over here. Chief? Okay. You ready? Everybody line up. Mr. Mayor?